And a good morning live on YouTube. You're tuned in to Bucknell Women's Water Polo. This morning's matchup, Game 1 of the Bucknell Invitational between the Bucknell Bison and the number 18th ranked Wagner Seahawks. Great to have you with us. I'm Nicholas Severny. We're live from the Kinney Auditorium in Lewisburg, Pennsylvania for Game 1 of this Invitational between the Bison of Bucknell and the Seahawks of Wagner. Our main referee blowing the whistle, ball thrown into the pool on the near side, and we are quickly underway. It was initially won by the Bison's Isabel Monahan, the senior leader of this Bison team, able to win it off to start. Bucknell comes in with a record of 1-3 on the season. All three of their losses have come against ranked opposition, including Wagner in their opener at the Bruno Classic. They lost that one to their opponents this morning by a score of what looked to have been 18-8 as we get an infraction on the Bison early and a quick turnover. Wagner, meanwhile, increasing themselves in the rankings to number 18, the Seahawks, with a record of 6-2, led by Josh Howard. Members of the MAAC, they get going here through 5 meters out, long distance shot. It's the first opportunity there, saved by the Bison keeper, Caitlin Stott. Stott, the Johannesburg native, getting the opening save of this morning's matchup between Bucknell and Wagner. This is an early press here for the Seahawks, way beyond their 5-meter line. A long throw towards the middle, looking for the center forward, Schraub, but a foul blown on the near side. And back-to-back turnovers to start here for the Bison. They still look to register their first shot. An excellent press by the Seahawks early on when they get to that halfway line has caused a couple turnovers earlier. There's a cross-pool pass all the way towards the middle. That was last touched off of Monahan at the point and parried over to Stott. And now a swim all the way towards the middle of the pool. Kalmeyer grabbing the long pass. Kalmeyer far side. Long diagonal looking for Monahan, who had swum all the way. Extra, and from behind a foul call, and they're going to call that on Bucknell. That was excellent transition offense there by the Bison. It was Monahan's pass towards the middle, looking for Schraub, but a push-off caused another foul. An excellent opportunity to strike now here on the other side, and she scores. Carlotta Alonso, the Barcelona native, getting the scoring started here for the visiting Seahawks after the Bison had an excellent opportunity negated by the ref's whistle. The Seahawks strike first. Well, Alonso continuing her excellent scoring streak. She scored 5 versus Brown in Wagner's last matchup, and she gets on the score sheet to start. Less than 2 minutes in, the Seahawks strike first, looking to get another turnover, and they're going to get a far side official blowing. 2 referees following the swimmers here this morning in this opening matchup of the Invitational, the first of 14 games that would be played over 2 days, and quickly can become 2, and it is. A loft pass again to find Alonso, and the junior from point-blank range is able to get the finish. Well, what a start there by Carlotta Alonso, the Barcelona native coming off of a 22-goal clinic in the Bruno Classic, is able to get 2 within the span of the first 2 minutes of action here. And that's going to cause an early change. Looks like Izzy Lipolis has come in, head coach John McBride with an early change after the Bison go down by 2. And there's that elusive Seahawks press led by Alonso up top, the center forward for Wagner today. Able to get by the center forward at least, now on to the near side, waiting for Stott. Stott back up to the point for Plant. Plant, entry pass, looking for Lipolis, a lot of contact. And they call the common infraction on Wagner, keeping play alive. 4 to shoot, another dive there, no whistle, and now a late one comes with just 1 second left. That's a good tactical foul there by Casey Taylor, the Quebec native, able to negate any sort of opportunity as Senna is able to clear line. Wagner with all the momentum here early on, up 2-0, goals courtesy of Carlotta Alonso. Here's Ogg on the near side. To the point, now back to the far wing. Looking to reset, a bit of a dangerous pass, some shoulder barging as the Seahawks are able to recover on their back line. There's a long distance effort falling away from Arias that ultimately gets beyond Stotts' goal. Now they look to go quick in transition on the far side, a low percentage pass, and it looks like that was Another interception there made by Wagner it is, and now a swim all the way to the other end, chasing it down Navarro. Navarro one-on-one off the post and out of play. Well, Mar Navarro, another Spaniard out of Barcelona, coming off of a hat trick against Brown, nearly found the back of the net there, but was denied by the woodwork on the far side. Instead, it stays 2-0. The Bison really looking to get themselves a foothold in this match early on. It was an excellent pass all the way to the near corner, but little that Monahan was able to do from that scenario, and that has been Wagner's real game plan defensively. Press and basically hand mark Monahan through all areas of the pool when out of possession. Here's an excellent pass again in transition, and just like that, it's 3. It's an early first period hat trick, and it's that name again, Carlotta Alonso. Coming off of a 5-goal showing against Brown, she's only gone on and got herself a hat trick less than halfway through the opening frame. This forces John McBride to make a pair of changes on the back line. Schra re-entering the match, also coming in. Some support on the back line too for Bucknell. Go into that heavy press. The Bison have rarely had possession 5 meters from goal, and that's going to continue as Alonso is able to force a foul. Tactical foul there by Stock to prevent the counter, but how much did she prevent it? They go again. This time it's Parisi who's come in. Parisi, good central pass, one-on-one again, and she's done it again. 4 early goals here for Wagner, and this time it's Grace Coleman getting it done. The utility player out of Sydney, Australia, makes it 4-0, just a little over 4 minutes in, and head coach John McBride calls time. And we'll take the timeout with them with Wagner. 4 goals early on, an early hat trick by Carlotta Alonso, the garnish by Coleman, putting the Seahawks up early. Well, what a start this has been for the ranked side in Wagner. A hat trick by Carlotta Alonso and an extra goal by Grace Coleman puts the Seahawks ahead by 4 in the early stages of this one against Bucknell in Game 1 of the Bucknell Invitational. This has been a terrific start for the team who was recently changed to ranked number 18th in the nation in women's water polo. The Spaniard leading the line out of Barcelona, Carlotta Alonso. Too many one-on-one opportunities. The center back caught off mark a couple of times as Bucknell looks to improve something offensively. Another entry pass, that one wayward, and it's another interception. Long drifting ball, it's a swim in transition to the other end. This is where Wagner have been most potent. Here's a near post step for that one off the crossbar, and ultimately grabbed by the Bison keeper. Transition has been where Wagner have been able to capitalize most. What can the Bison do in a similar scenario? It's Monahan. Seahawks defensively in a real pressing 3-3. Here's a dangerous pass into the area of uncertainty, and it's going to be a foul. It'll be a throw. Don't call it denial of a goal-scoring opportunity. Here's Stott. Back to the point for Monahan, out to the far side. Quick passing by Bucknell. They look more confident out of the timeout. Here's a space for the shot. It's off the post. They fight for the rebound. It's picked up off the bar. Referee's whistle goes beforehand, though, as the Bison forward Schra was unable to win it cleanly. The Bison denied by the woodwork. They still trail 4-0. Here's Parisi. 7-on-7 Parisi against Stott as the Seahawks build in the umbrella formation. Here's Coleman at the point, the latest goal scorer. Goes from long range, and that's a tip save. Off the fingertips of the keeper, and it might have graced the crossbar as well. Before going out of play, the Seahawks will get it with a fresh 30. 2.5 minutes left to play in the opener. Wagner up 4. Pass to the near post. That looks like Coleman from the point. A common foul play on, says the referee. It goes now to the near side. Looks like Arias getting by the defender. One-on-one here with the keeper. And the referee calls here for the infraction. They go quick, and there's a diving save on the far side. After the referee's whistle, that looked like it was Emma Steck who had come in from that near side wing position to attack towards goal. And a couple good saves by the Bison keeper, keeping it at 4-0. Wagner with a momentarily man advantage. The Seahawks try to take advantage quickly as the ball gets stuck on the far corner. It's another foul. Looks like that's on the far flat for the Bison, but now a foul in transition, and all of a sudden Bucknell could have an opportunity here on the far side. They reset. Cross pool ball for Stott on the near side. Infraction there on Parisi, just a common foul. And now Wagner very vulnerable on the middle of the pool, but the Bison have been unable to capitalize as it goes out of play. Once again, the Seahawks get possession. That's the give and go when you have that very aggressive press all the way to the halfway line, and now they look to capitalize on the break with Parisi. Good center ball, and it's 5. The run continues here for Wagner. That looked like it might have been Coleman getting her second at the point, making that delayed point run towards the middle of the pool. It was 2-on-1. Coleman one out and makes it 5-0 in favor of Wagner. And now the Seahawks will make a whole line change here, as well as Bucknell. Sydney Finkler, one of the changes coming in. Looks like Plant coming back in for the Bison too. Bucknell going right to left in this opening frame, wearing their dark blue caps. Wagner wearing their white caps. Couple of changes here. Sapphira Parker, one of them, the Los Angeles native for Wagner, comes in. One of the many changes. There's a attempted what looked to have been through ball intended for Schra that was ultimately unable to be grasped at. And it's Senna, the Italian out of Cosenza, sending it away. Bucknell trying to get into a bit of a press themselves. It's past the center forward, off balance shot, an arm save there made. With less than a minute to go here in the opening frame, the save made there by the Bucknell keeper. Bison trying to get on the score sheet here, what could be their final possession here. Here's Kalmeyer. Back to Kalmeyer at the point. The center back Finkler all the way to the near side, that one deflected. And a foul trying to pick up the loose ball, as it will be the Seahawks getting the final possession of this opening frame. Head coach Josh Hauer of Wagner calling the play from the sideline far side. As they get into their set, it's Pike taking it to the front side. To Potter. Entry pass, the Bison defense able to quickly collapse. With 8 seconds left, Bucknell gets possession. Now 5 seconds left. Will there be enough time to get an opportunity off? Instead, it'll just be a long ranger from the keeper, parried away by Senna. And that is how a textbook first period ends from Wagner's perspective. A hat trick by Carlotta Alonso, a brace from Grace Coleman puts the Seahawks up by 5 through 1 period play. You're tuned in to Bucknell Women's Water Polo live on YouTube. A textbook, a dream first period for Wagner as they open the Bucknell Invitational in electric fashion. 5 goals scored in the opening frame by the number 18th ranked school in the nation as they lead 5-0 against Bucknell through this opening period. It started with a hat trick by Carlotta Alonso, the junior starlet, with now 8 goals in her last 2 games, including this one. Wearing the number 10 for Wagner, she has been prolific in front of goal. Bison with a couple opportunities, a save made by Francesca Senna for Wagner. On another occasion, the Bison striking the woodwork. And now we'll see what they can build off of here as they start this second frame of 4. Put 8 minutes back on the clock. Both swimmers getting back into their respective sets. Isabella Monahan was able to win the opening swim off in this one. She is stationed on the near side for Bucknell. Besides that, after the opening swim off, it had been all Wagner. Main official throws the ball into the pool once again. They swim it off. This time it's picked up by Potter, and we're back underway. Potter off the bench winning it for the Seahawks as they'll start with possession. A point press foul there on Schra allows play to continue here for Wagner. Passed out to the far side. Chasing it looks like Armijo. Go all the way out of play. That's been a bit better, hasn't it? For John McBride calling a timeout, the coach of Bucknell, he called a timeout with about 2.5 minutes remaining in the first. And since then, it seemed like the Bison have been able to get some more composure, especially on the defensive side of these possessions. They're able to nearly win it back. In fact, they do win it back, courtesy of Caitlin Stott. Caitlin Stott, with a backstroke to get it into the halfway. And now they look to capitalize in transition, something that Wagner had been able to do time and time again. A bit of a misshaped pass there by Stott. She's able to spare blushes by winning it back. Back to the point, the center back for Plant. A long ball in the Bison with blushes spared, getting the foul. And that's going to be a major, so Bucknell will have the advantage for the next 20 seconds. This is a perfect opportunity for them to get on the score sheet for the first time. It's passed back to the point. Out to the near side for Stott, the near wing. Wagner's defense collapsing all the way down to 5, even 4 meters deep. Back to the point, near side again, it's Stott. Stott losing the handle there, though, on that occasion. They're unable to capitalize with the advantage. It's picked up by Senna. Bucknell starting to show more confidence, but Stott unable to create an out chance out of it. They go at it again. Bucknell not pressing, inviting Wagner in possession as they look to get back in transition. Dovin, potential dive down there by the Bison defender allows Wagner to keep possession, but only 7 to shoot. Pass towards the middle. She gets by the defender, puts it up and in. That is Catherine Mentz, the freshman out of South Africa, getting it done on that occasion. It didn't look like she put all of the power behind the shot, just kind of thrusting it towards goal as the shot clock expired, but she was able to beat the keeper, and it's 6 goals for Wagner unanswered to start out this one. That was more of a push shot than anything else from Catherine Mentz, but it was able to get it done, beating the keeper's right. Well, the Bison showing more confidence, but it's still Wagner getting the goals, up 6-0, the 3rd different goal scorer for the Seahawks. How do the Bison respond? They have it on the far side, into the wing, now the flat. Pass towards the middle, they struggle for position. And the Bison will reset after getting the foul. Out to the near side again, it's Stott with space. Back to the center back pairing, now to the far side within 2 meters. Back again to the point, near side again, Stott goes for it and it's off the post. Well, you can tell Caitlin Stott, a real dangerous forward on that flat, the left side, cutting inward. And she's denied by that near post for the 2nd time. Bison with a point press there by Collins, the Baltimore native, but is unable to win it back cleanly. It's to the near wing. That's Potter. Potter about 7 meters from goal, gives it to the near side. They position centrally, long distance effort, and that one off the bar. Wagner not getting as much point-blank, clear-cut opportunities as they had in that first period of play. Bucknell settling into the match. The issue is it comes with them trailing by 6. Here's Monahan, the leading scorer. Monahan goes for it, and it's saved by Senna. Excellent position there by the Italian, getting on the near post, putting both arms up, and is able to deny Monahan from about 3 meters out. Here's Sapphira Parker. Parker on the halfway. They press with the far side wing for Bucknell. It's out to the near side where space waits for Alexander. Alexander might think about it. Out to the near side for Potter. Potter given space. Now the help defense comes. It's back to Alexander, and the shot clock expires. As the first time Wagner denied by the shot clock as the Bison defense continues to settle in, but they need goals. You just think if the Bison are able to maybe deny Wagner here in this second frame, get a couple goals, that they can plant themselves back in this one. Here's Monahan. Monahan, the left wing. Good hop pass, the effort, and that's a diving save by Senna. Excellent save, the left wrist proving strong as Lipolis is denied from 3 meters out. That was a great lob pass by Monahan to set up Lipolis, coming off of a goal which she did score against Wagner in the opening match of the season, and now they look to go here in transition. Through ball comes in for Stott making the run. It's Stott one-on-one with the keeper, and it's off the bar, down and in. There's the opening goal by Caitlin Stott. Well, she had been denied by the woodwork, but this time the crossbar her friend as it goes bar down and past the goal line. Caitlin Stott, a real exciting prospect for John McBride's team, the freshman out of Johannesburg, getting on the score sheet for the first time as the Bison now trail 6-1, but are on the score sheet. Here's Navarro. Wagner looking for a quick response. Onto the right flat for Potter. Foul committed there by Finkler. We'll call it a common foul. You can see the Bison adjustments out of the timeout. They're really collapsing on those two forwards, making the run, and it's paid dividends once again. Is there a momentum shift here in Lewisburg as the Seahawks all of a sudden have just gone a bit cold offensively, denied in each of the last 5 minutes of play without a goal. They haven't had a lot of clear-cut chances as well. Bucknell's only goal coming in transition after winning a foul, as Stott rather was able to get the transition finish. They have not scored yet in the half field, and now they look to defend in transition as Ogg was able to win the foul. Ogg, long diagonal far side. Here's the clear-cut chance. The bounce shot, though, denied by the water and picked up by the Bison keeper. Well, you saw what Arias was trying to do, a bounce shot to the near side, but a little too much curvature towards the pool, not allowing the shot to find its target. And that will force Josh Howard to call a timeout here, sensing just a bit of the momentum shift, wanting to just talk things over with his team. We'll take the break with them. Less than 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Bucknell down by 5, but with a bit of the momentum. You're tuned in to Bucknell Women's Water Polo live on YouTube. Back here in the Kidding Auditorium in Lewisburg, Pennsylvania, the opening match of 14 that will take place over the course of the next 2 days. The Bucknell Invitational, it's the Bison, the home school, trailing by 5, 6-1 against Wagner. Josh Howard calling a timeout to rein in the troops. We'll see what play design is set out of the break. It's Senna finding Coleman at the point. Now to the right wing, and a push down foul on Finkler. Just a common foul, 23 to shoot. Back to the point where Torella waits. Torella out to the near flat. Space could be coming here for the shots. Pass to the center forward instead. The ref quickly blowing the whistle. Shot clock still goes to 8, a long distance effort. That's a good denial there by the Bison keeper. Looks like it's Tamara Torkos in goal for Bucknell here today, donning the number 7, despite listed as number 1 here on the roster sheet. Torkos, a citizen of Budapest, Hungary, in goal today here for the Bison. On the near flat is Monahan. Ref blows the whistle. Monahan called there for a push-off. And now both offenses begin to just struggle a little bit. Parisi on the break. Bison defense trying to get back. They collapse the wings as it's back to the far side where the space waits. That looks like Torella. Torella to the center forward for the shot, denied by Torkos. Torkos, a swim off to get to the ball and is able to do so. Well, Torkos has put in a couple good saves, that time denying Emma Steck her first. The pass by the Bison keeper out to the far side. The far wing, a real battle as Kalmeyer tries to get by the defender, and she's able to win a foul for her troubles. Only 12 to shoot. All the way to the near side, the Bison have to set something up quickly. Monahan with 6 to shoot. Monahan trying to force one, a tactical foul there, stopping it momentarily. 3 to shoot. On the left wing, trying to create space, just throwing it up, and it'll be a shot clock violation. Great defending in transition there by the Seahawks, as Bucknell were unable to get an out-and-out opportunity, and there's a lot of space on the near side for Parisi. Wagner looking for their second goal of the period. Laid off to Coleman, the twice goal scorer. Going for the opposite wing, rather that's the center back over to the far side. They swim for it, and they're gonna call a major foul there on the Bison presser. Put 30 seconds on the clock, and now Wagner with numbers. Space for the shot, the bounce shot, and she scores. Martina Parisi, the Naples native, executing the bounce shot to perfection as she's able to find the top left corner, and Wagner able to increase their advantage, 7-1. A lot of internationals on this roster for Wagner, most notably 5 Spaniards on this Seahawks roster, a couple hailing from Italy as well, including Martina Parisi, who finds the score sheet. Less than a minute now to play. A press here by Wagner, and Bucknell's in trouble. It's going to be a 3-on-3 the other end. The center forward going into position is Steck. They queue up all the way to the near side. Long ball placed to perfection for Parisi. Looking for a second, and it's denied. Foul called there as it goes out of play. Rather no foul, I should say, as Parisi has it on the near flat with a fresh 30. They could hold for the final shot here. A lot of space on the near flat again. Bison forced to come out forward. It's past the center forward. Excellent defending there by the Bison center back. That was the freshman Reagan Kuhn able to deny it. And now all of a sudden Bucknell could have the final opportunity. It's a 2-on-2 if they're quick enough. They swim all the way to the other end of the pool. They go into the water, still going with possession, looking for the shot attempt, and it's a point-blank save by Senna. Real aggressive play as Senna was able to hold line, and that is how the first half ends, with the Bison denied at the death. Wagner with an excellent start, going up 6-0 as they head to the halftime whistle, up 7-1 through the first 2 periods of play. You're tuned in live on YouTube to Bucknell Women's Water Polo. Second half action almost underway here from the Kinnean Auditorium in Lewisburg, Pennsylvania. The first period dominated by the Seahawks. The Bison found their footing, but as they begin the third period, it's Wagner with the emphatic advantage, 7-1 against Bucknell, the Brazil, Germany. And it was headlined by the Spaniard Carlotta Alonso with 3 goals, a first period hat trick, coming off of a 5-goal showing against Brown. She has continued her terrific start. Should be noted, Jillian Hemming, Wagner's goalkeeper, was warming up. We're just trying to get confirmation in terms of who's the goalkeeper. The side's flipping as we're back underway. That one taken by Campbell Collins for the Bison. The Bucknell Bison going left to right in this second half in their blue caps. Wagner right to left in their white swimming caps. So we can confirm Jillian Hemming, the new goalkeeper for Wagner. As this third period is underway, quick pass to the center, forward quickly diving, and it's a point-blank save by Hemming. The freshman from Huntington Beach, California, able to deny the center forward Schraw. Well, Bella Schraw, real physical play in the center, creating the attempt, but not denying Hemming on that occasion. And now it's Wagner going the other way, push down foul there on Monahan. Only a common foul already, just 10 to shoot. It's Nash. Nash on the flat, back to the point for Taylor. Taylor goes for it, bar down. Eyes on the referee, and it just misses the goal line. Well, what a well-placed opportunity that was. But ultimately, the crossbar denying Wagner an 8th. And now a common foul called, 17 to shoot here for the Bison. It's Kalmeyer. Pass finds Collins. There is that point run going towards the far side. Double team, can't get to it. And Hemming is able to clear a line. That was a real well-orchestrated point run by Plant, who had made that long run to the far post. But the help defense came to deny. Here's a long run to the near side again. Space potentially for the shot from Alonso, looking for a fourth, but the Bison keeper there equal to it. Torcos denying Alonso on that occasion. Alonso already with 3 goals, all scored in the first period. Long pass for Kalmeyer, good pass centrally. Schraw goes to ground, and we're going to get a penalty shot. A penalty shot here for Bucknell as Bella Schraw was able to win the foul within 2 meters. And now a question mark in terms of who's going to take it. It's Gwen Kalmeyer that's going to step up. Chance for Bucknell to get back in this one from 5 meters out. Kalmeyer against Hemming on the ref's whistle. Gwen Kalmeyer, bounce shot, it's off the bar. Off the crossbar as Wagner's able to win the challenge. Well, the crossbar not too friendly to Bucknell today, and that continues as Kalmeyer was unable to get it within the frame. Bucknell, though, pressing to win it back and will do so. Gwen Kalmeyer able to spare some blushes there, winning it right back for Bucknell. And now they go in transition to 3-on-3 if they're quick enough. Here's Collins. Collins all the way to the flat. Common foul on Coleman. Now another foul call here, as they'll put a fresh 30, an excessive foul, so Bucknell will have the numerical advantage. Wagner's defense collapsing to a 2-3. Here's Collins. Collins thought about the near post, pass to the far side instead, and it's another save by Hemming. They fight for it all the way to the far side, and Hemming comes up with it. Well, how about Jillian Hemming, the Huntington Beach native, the freshman, stepping up big in this third period. A terrific start for her in this second half after Senna was the keeper in the first half for Wagner. Bucknell's defense, though, settling in quite nicely in this second half. Another turnover forced by that Bison back line. It's Kalmeyer across the halfway line into the front half. Long pass for Schraw, double teamed. An excellent flip pass for Collins. Had it poked from behind. No one knows where it is except Andrea Arias, who comes up with it for Wagner. Arias with the basket swim, parading the ball all the way towards the attacking third. There's the flip for Alonso, one-on-one again. It's Alonso, fakes, fires, and gets the finish. The fourth goal of the match for Carlotta Alonso. The speed and transition getting beyond the Bison back line. Alonso faking once, twice, thrice, and able to rattle the netting for the fourth time. Well, goals did come at a premium for Bucknell. The first time these two teams faced off, there was an 18-8 loss against Wagner, now ranked 18th in the nation. All three of their losses this season have come against ranked opposition. Should be noted, their one unranked matchup against Siena, they won 13-9. That was their last match. Here's an entry pass again for Schraw, pulled from behind. Common foul given, reset. Now Kalmeyer to the near flat for Kuhn. Still with it is Kuhn. That one saved off the keeper and off the post. Hemming a brick wall in goal in this third period as the Bison are unable to break the goose egg in this third period of play. Here's Mayan San Pedro Torella to the near flat, and they're going to call a foul. Looks like that'll be on Corper. Lizzie Corper, the junior, not winning it cleanly against Kalmeyer. Now the Bison go again. It's to the center back, Pischke, over to the far side. A foul call, 12 to shoot for Bucknell. As the Bison look to get into position, Kalmeyer only with 6 to shoot. Kalmeyer's going to have to force one. All the way back to the center back with 2, just throws it up, and rather that's going to be a tactical throwaway into the corner as the Bison looks to get set defensively. More than halfway gone here in the third period. Bucknell trailing by 7, forced to defend once again. The Seahawks 3-3 defense has been so formidable. The Bison really rarely able to break through it. Now here's an off-balance shot. That one's saved and off the top of the netting. Saved by Torkos. That was Emma Steck playing the center forward role, able to get the save. It'll be a hand throw on the far side with a fresh 30 after Torkos was able to parade it out of play. Diving effort there to potentially win it back. Another common foul. There's an excellent run here towards the far side. The loft shot, and it's off the bar. That was Malin San Pedro Torella on the opportunity from that flat position, moving central. Everything but the finish ultimately for the Spaniard, and now they go in transition with Kalmeyer. Kalmeyer behind the defender. Kalmeyer could have a one-on-one opportunity here on her right hand. The extra flip instead, collapsed from behind, and it's going to be another penalty throw. Kalmeyer going for the extra pass to Leipolis, who was center of goal, and was fouled from behind. Denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity. It'll be Isabel Monahan to take this penalty throw. A chance for the Bison to get back in it, and she does. Isabel Monahan, who put 4 past Wagner the first time they faced off, is able to find the back of the net from the penalty spot. The second goal of the day for Bucknell, the second attempt from the penalty position bears fruit as the Bison now trail by 6 with 2.5 minutes to play in the third. Ref's whistle there as the Seahawks pass it over towards the right flat. Back to the point for Coleman, who has scored twice on a hat trick. Coleman, backstroke swim by Torella, trying to get it back. Heavy contact made by the Bison defender. Tactical common foul by Kuhn. There's a straightaway shot attempt off bounce there by Steck, and it's another save by Torkos. Well, if you take out that first period, this is a real tight-knit match between these two teams, but Wagner explosive out of the gate with 5 goals in the first 3.5 minutes. Is able to really allow them to get this advantage going. And now with 1:48 left in the third, another timeout taken here. We'll take it with them. Bucknell trying to come back, trailing by 6, live on YouTube. You're tuned in to Bucknell Women's Water Polo. out of the timeout. We'll see what the Bison drew up. Trailing by 6, they do have the numerical advantage. Parisi out of the pool currently with the infraction for the next 10 seconds of play as the Bison get the setup. Kalmeyer out to the far wing with 15. Back to Kalmeyer. Onto the flat for Collins. Collins to Kalmeyer. Back to Collins. Collins faking twice. Goes for it, and it's off the post. They swim for it. Center of pool, but it's Wagner that'll come up with it. It was Alonso ultimately picking up the pieces after a center forward, rather that looked like Plant, was unable to find a recipient. And now Wagner with an excellent diagonal all the way to the far side. Looked to get busy offensively. Little over a minute to play here in this third period. Wagner trying to see this thing out. Trying to tack on another goal. It's a straightaway opportunity, and she scores. Right in transition, that's where Wagner has been at their best, and it continues here. A quick goal there. That was Genevieve Bland, the Ontario, Canada native, who was able to score on that occasion. Another goal scored for Wagner. All things a go for the Seahawks here. And they could potentially hold here for the final shot opportunity as they lead by 7, 9-2 against Bucknell. Long diagonal to Alonso. But now a common foul in transition. They go quickly to the far flat. Space here to Rome. Cross to Alonso again. That one a bit beyond the Wagner swimmer, but she's able to bring it back with 18 to shoot. Wagner rather with the numerical advantage. It's Alonso alone. Alonso faking the one opportunity, nearly lost the handle, back to the point instead. And now the one-time catch-and-shoot efforts past the keeper and in. Off the deflection, the goal goes. And that looks like Pip Nash, the graduate, the Australian, who was able to find the back of the net and beat the keeper Torkos. Nash getting the goal. The second Australian on the score sheet today for Wagner. Grace Coleman with a brace, and now Pip Nash getting the net to twine as there's a long distance effort at the horn. That one saved by Hemming. What a third period it was by the freshman Jillian Hemming, coming up time and time again for the Seahawks. Wagner tacking on a couple more as they head to the final frame, up by 8, 10-2 against Bucknell. Live on YouTube, you're tuned in to Bucknell Women's Water Polo. Back here for the fourth period between Bucknell and Wagner. Game one of the Bucknell Invitational, but it's the visitors, the noisy neighbors, that are getting the spoils here as we head into the fourth frame. Wagner ranked 18th in the nation with a decisive advantage as we're back underway here for the final swim-off. Once again, pass to the near side. It's swung on and won by Collins as we're back underway. Wagner, though, very aggressive press right out of the break. And ultimately a foul call there as Plant was able to win it. Long pass, the roping keeping it in play. Collins back to the right wing where Kalmeyer waits. Kalmeyer about 5 meters from goal, backing up. Back to Plant. Plant now long ranger, and that one saved again by Hemming. Jillian Hemming having a terrific second half, coming in for Francesca Senna, who only conceded once in the first half. Hemming, the freshman, a real like for like. Here's Mentz into the flat, another foul called. Mentz back to the center of the park for Parker. Parker lofting it up, just trying to pick out the top right corner. A little too strong on that occasion, with Bucknell getting it back. Here's Kalmeyer. Not much of a press here for Wagner, looking to get back in transition. Kalmeyer was waiting for that run by Schra. Gives it to the wing, rather flat for Collins. Now looking for Schra. She goes into the pool. Schra looking for it. And play on, says the referee, as Schra was looking for the foul. Another long distance pass, and that one placed to perfection, as Wagner can now get their setup in the half. Here's Mentz. Back centrally to the center forward, going off kilter, and she scores. Genevieve Bland going away from the keeper's guess. The keeper went right to her right. The shot instead going to her left, as it's a brace for Bland. Nothing Bland about that shot attempt as she makes it 11-2. Genevieve Bland, the sophomore out of Ontario, Canada, with a brace in this second half. And that all but basically clinches it for the Seahawks. Wagner have been in terrific form. Their transition offense, something to marvel at. They have won each of their last 4, including a sweep in the Bruno Classic, defeating Bucknell, number 18th ranked at the time Harvard, number 25th ranked Pomona Pitzer, and Brown as the straightaway attempt there. An excellent opportunity for Lipolis, but Hemming was there on the save. And with 6 minutes left, we're going to call another timeout here. Final timeout taken. All Wagner trying to see things out here as they lead 11-2 against Bucknell. Live on YouTube, you're tuned in to Bucknell Women's Water Polo. Wagner with the momentum here, up 11-2. Final timeout taken. The Seahawks drawing something up here out of the break. We were just talking about their terrific winning streak, sweeping in the Bruno Classic, including ranked wins against Pomona Pitzer and Harvard. Against unranked Bucknell, they are on pace to finish, at least this morning, with a record of 7-2. Trying to tack on some more here with less than six minutes to play. Here's Mentz. Out to the left flat. Kalmeyer with some good defending. Bucknell conceded 5 goals in the first 4.5 minutes. Only conceded 6 since then. Now we get another stoppage here in the pool, rather, I should say, with Wagner making what pretty much you could call a line change here, a bunch out, a bunch in. Trying to give the official word. It is, in fact, 6 out, 6 in. All outfield players, to call it, out of the pool for Wagner. A complete change for them. Lonzo, one of them with 4 goals. She's back into the pool. 3-on-2 with Bucknell at a numerical advantage following the major foul. Near side is Kuhn on the right flat. Getting flattened nearly out to the left flat. The Bison look to score. Over towards the center. Lipolis trying to spin away the extra pass. Near post shot. It's off the crossbar again. That might have been deflected by the Wagner defender. And now they go with the cherry pick on the other end. Here's Navarro. And a tactical foul there called on the Bison defender. That looks like Pischke allowing Bucknell's defense to suit up. Less than 5 minutes now left to play. Extra pass here to the center forward. Space could be created here for the shot. Off balanced again, but this time unable to find the frame is the center forward Bland. Bland on a hat trick, looking for that same far post shot that got her second goal. Here's Kalmeyer. Kalmeyer with some space. Flip pass to Kalmeyer again. To the far wing, and now back to Kalmeyer playing the point. Kalmeyer, long ranger, off the bar and up. Well, how many times have Bucknell struck the bar and the post in this match? It's happened again, as the Seahawks will get possession back with the ball going out of play. Long diagonal to Navarro on the far side. Quick pass to the middle. It's Nash's shot attempt, that one denied again. Back to the keeper, Torkos, who had been kept very busy here this morning. Kalmeyer, oh, that's a great pass to find Kuhn. Kuhn could be one-on-one, deflected from behind by Alonso. And they're going to call not a penalty throw necessarily, but it will be a numerical advantage for the Bison on a major foul. Here's Kalmeyer. Back to the wing for Kuhn. To Kalmeyer again, the ball though going just beyond her. 13 seconds to shoot. Over straightaway attempt, and this time it's off the post. Finkler inches away as we get another call here and some more changes being made here for Wagner. Here's head coach Josh Hauer, up 11-2. Causing the stoppage there for the changes. Hauer, longtime head coach of this Wagner team, calling the plays on the side against John McBride, the Bison head coach. And with the timeout, Bucknell will see to it that they can set the offense up. About 4 or 5 changes made. Near side referee in possession of the ball as we're set to get back underway here. It'll go to Torkos, who's all the way on the halfway line. Oh, Torkos, bit of a misshaped pass there, or rather it's Hemming. Pardon me, Hemming for Wagner, able to find her teammate on the halfway line as they look to reset. 3 minutes left to play here at the Natatorium for this opening match of the Invitational. As Bucknell's able to get possession back. Reminder to tune back in. We'll be back live here on YouTube at 5 p.m. Bucknell taking on the Red Flash of St. Francis. Again, coverage starts 5 p.m. here live on YouTube. Here's Collins. Good layoff pass for Kuhn. Kuhn looking for space, only finding Collins instead. Now Stott. Over towards the middle, straightaway attempted, she scores. That's Bella Schraw, able to get the goal, the sophomore. Had to take on a pair of really decisive Seahawks defenders, but Schraw able to have her work bear fruit as she finds the back of the net to make it 11-3. 2.5 minutes to play. Wagner with the quick restart. A loft pass attempt looking for Steck. That one deflected by the Bison defender, Stott. Now the Bison defense collapsing into the 3-3 umbrella formation here for Wagner. to the far wing. Space to roam. Now the shot attempt. That one just wide. That one looking for the near post of Torkos' goal. Now 2 minutes left to play. The Bison will ultimately drop this one and drop to 1-4 on the season. All 4 of their losses, including this one, pending something extraordinary, would be against ranked opposition. Their next game tonight against St. Francis, looking for their first win. A good chance for them to get back into winning ways, as a good interception was made there by Anna Hyde. A lot of the players that don't usually get time in the pool here for Wagner. Lizzie Korper, the left flat, the left wing. Leda Kochak out of Istanbul, playing the point pike, and now it's to the center forward, just losing possession there. She lost her cap even. And the center forward capless as the Bison get it back with $1:14 left. Or at least without her numerical cap, making commentating always a fun time. Center forward though pressing on the Bison point. That was Plant giving it out to the left wing. To the opposite wing for Kuhn. And with just 3 on the clock, a throw into the corner. And another stoppage here with 52 seconds left as we get our final changes. Rather, it'll be an out-and-out timeout called with 52 seconds left. Wagner calling time, up 11-3 against Bucknell. And we'll keep it here with the timeout being taken. Bucknell will drop to 1-4 on the season, but as we mentioned, their Bucknell Invitational continues. They take on St. Francis later this afternoon into tonight at 5 p.m. And then tomorrow, an early start for them. They take on Mercyhurst at 9 a.m. before squaring off against Villanova at 2:20. That's the rest of the schedule for Bucknell at the Invitational. As for Wagner, they will take on Mercyhurst later on this afternoon before taking on St. Francis and LaSalle. That's their schedule for the Bucknell Invitational. And all very winnable games for Wagner as they look to keep up their excellent start to the campaign. Bucknell as a team, part of this hosting of the Bucknell Invitational. In total, we're going to get 7 teams here at the Kinney Natatorium. 14 games played over the course of 2 days, including, of course, 4 for Bucknell. And for this young Bison team, they can certainly use the experience. There's only 2 out-and-out seniors on this Bison roster, Isabel Monahan and Olivia Day, the 2 seniors for Bucknell. This is a majority freshman team that this Bison crew has, led by John McBride, looking to really build up a culture with this newfound talent. A lot of youngsters in the pool, I should say, for this morning, and I'm sure we'll see a lot this afternoon too. We do have the retrieval of the cap for the mystery center forward of Wagner as she will exit the pool. Another big change as you get the likes of a couple starters coming back out, along with some bench players for the Seahawks in the pool. Tapping with possession, 52 seconds left. Clock not starting initially, but less than a minute to play. Over towards the center forward, space for the shot, and that one just over the crossbar and now off the top of the netting, the wrong side of the top. That looked like Torella, who had an excellent opportunity looking for the loft shot, but not within frame. Now here's Kuhn on the right flat with some space to go, looking to the near post. Extra pass, flip towards the center, and they'll call the infraction as Schraw as she was trying to create space. 4-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. 27 seconds left to go. Wagner looking for the extra garnish, the cherry on top of this terrific performance this morning. 5 meters out, foul there on Stott. Quick opportunity right after the foul, but that one just going wide. 10 seconds left here. Torkos seeing the ball all the way out. Torkos might look to go for the long ranger at the horn. A look at the clock now. Torkos from range over the bar. Well, it's Bucknell hosting this Bison Invitational, but it's Wagner leaving with the spoils through game number 1. The Wagner Seahawks defeating the Bucknell Bison, a final score of 11-3. 4 goals by Carlotta Alonso, now 9 goals scored for the Barcelona native in her last 2 games. As the Seahawks improve to 7-2, they will take on Mercyhurst later on this afternoon. Bucknell dropping to 1-4. They will host St. Francis really winnable game for them as they look to get their second win of the season. Again, that game for Bucknell starts at 5 p.m. here on YouTube. With that, that's going to wrap things here for now. For executive producer Doug Birdsong, director Terry Burke, and camera operators Dr. Dave Bodmer and Caleb Smith, I'm Nicholas Severini saying so long from Lewisburg. Again, your final score, Wagner 11, Bucknell 3.